Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris Kowi, and today I am your professor. I'm joking, I'm just a normal guy, and I want to teach something about how money is made. Well, it might seem obvious to understand how money is actually made, but in my own journey of trying to get rich, I have encountered certain type of problems that reveal to me that I don't actually understand the core principle of how money is actually made. And mind you, I'm not teaching you here how to get rich, but instead how money is made. How money is made. By understanding how money is made, you can decide by yourself if you want to get rich or not, but at least you would have known how money is actually made, and that's what we are going to dive into in this video. Well, I was wondering how about this type of video I want to make today, especially because this is a new type of video I'm trying. Lately I was experiencing a new kind of style that I was sitting on my desk and talking, but I just wanted to improve and writing a board, like you can see back behind me, a whiteboard. It could be an amazing idea so that we can be able to grasp certain principle visually, that it can help and facilitate the understanding of the actual concept that we are going to dive into, because it can be a little confusing. So let me first start by writing the dates, because I want to keep everything concrete. All right, so let's start by doing that first. So today we are 25 of November 2024. Oh God, this is not so clear. All right, that's no problem. I will try to write it in a very different way. I will try to move the camera closer to me, so yeah, I think we can see now. So today it is 25 November 2024. Now I actually don't exactly know how to write dates in English, so that is something I have to learn after this video, so that I can write it in a correct order. I already think that we have grasped the idea of the date we are today. I do this actually to maintain a kind of chronological orders in the organization of my thoughts and everything I'm thinking about. So I also suggest that you do the same, because it allows you not only remember things, but to be able to associate them with other things that you might need at any specific time in the future. So that's it. We are going to struggle a little bit with the writing, because it seems like the board is not that clear, and I was thinking about buying actually a digital board, but I don't have the means for that yet. It costs somewhere between $2,000, and I'm just a broke guy, and I was just thinking I can set up a great environment when I buy that board and better camera, so that I can make the video more better and more appealing. Well, so let's just dive into it. I was saying that most people think they don't understand how money actually is made. Well, we don't really, and it's appealing that if everybody really know how money is actually made, most people would have been rich. Correct, right? So people make money. Like, everybody do make money. Like, if you don't make money, you don't buy anything, especially in the Western society. Like me, I live in Europe, in Spain. So if you don't make money, you don't live. So everybody do make money. That's the most confusing thing about talking about how money is made, because people think actually they do understand how money is made, but they don't, because they just make money, but they don't know how the money is made. That's the problem. And I'm not trying to go into the banking process of making money. That is another topic. That is something more correlated with economy, finance, that I don't want to dive into. But I want to talk here about how money is made, like the different way money is made by someone, not by the bank. Like, not how money is fabricated, but how it is made by people who are also making money and thinking that they know how to make money. Well, like me, because a lot of people do understand it, right? So for some people it can be quite boring, like it can be very basic, but I think it might be useful to myself to understand this concept more better and also explain to more other people. So first, let's start by pointing out here money, and we have actually going to focus on two ways that money is made. Well, the first way that we know people make money, it is by like everybody already know, like the most people who make money and think they don't know how money is made, is by selling their time. And by selling the time, I mean getting a job or offering a service. Like, think about it. If you are a cleaner in your room or you are working in a company, what you are doing actually is that you are selling out your time, providing a service for that company. So the first thing is time, selling time to make money. Right. And by selling time, we can put a lot of different variety of services in that. And I don't want to go dive into services because we have thousands and even millions of services in the world. We cannot specifically mention those. So each person is welcome to put themselves into that category if they find themselves into that category. And the second way to make money, and less done by majority of people, is actually selling in products. Because think about it, this mark I'm using, it is not a service, but it is a product. And for this product, I have paid a price for it. I have paid money to the person that has given me the mark. Now, this pen or this marker also costs money, but it is not a service, it's a product. So I paid money for it. And the first way to make money, which is selling products. All right, so this is it. Now, within a product, we do have different type of services that allows that product to get into the customer. Because, for example, I ordered this mic on Amazon. Before it gets to my house, there was someone that delivered that product. That person sold his time to deliver a product from the manufacturer to the consumer, which is me. And the time he uses to make the distribution is a selling time. So although he's transporting a product that someone else is being paid to here by making money in this way, he himself, I mean the delivery guy, he's making money here by selling time. But everybody is making money. Everybody is making money. That's why it's so confusing to not know how money is made. Now, to sell time, you need to be able to do something useful for people, right? You need to, maybe you are a delivery guy or you are a chief, right? You have a skill. So to sell time, you have to have skills. You have to develop skills and provide, because those skills are going to help you to develop or to offer services for people. And that's how you can actually make money, providing or selling your time. Oh, yes, I didn't write time over here, so sorry to forget selling time. I wanted to write, but yeah, I think I might try to get better at this. Selling time for money. Yeah, that's it. Selling time for money. And how do you sell your time? By providing a skill. And now most people don't actually have a skill. And when I was thinking about this, making this table, I don't actually have a skill. I don't have actually skills. So I was really down and confused about myself. Who the fuck am I? So you need to learn a skill to be able to sell your time. Now, when we walk into down the path of products, how do we make products? To make a product, you have to also have a skill to make the products, right? You not only need a skill to make the products, you also need to put in time to make the products, right? You have a skill, like the person who made this mic had the skill, and then he also put in time to make the mic. So that is two things. Now, you also need to find a problem that the product is going to solve. You have to innovate. That is also called innovation. You have to innovate. Innovation, which is going to solve people's problems. So to create a product, you need skill, time, and innovation. Those things participate to help you create a product that sell. So imagine if if this product didn't solve any particular problem for me, I wouldn't buy it. As well as this, I won't buy it. The quotes, I won't buy them. But now, here's where it also get okay, I forgot to put also time here, because to say time to sell your time, you not only need skill, but you also need time to sell time, right? You need time to build that skill to be able to sell that time. So your time then can worth zero thing if you don't have any skill. That's what I wanted to mean, because I wanted to make it this clear so that we can understand that it is not just having time that makes you be able to sell your time, because you can have time. Let's see here. Your time can worth zero if you don't have any skill. Your time here can worth zero if you don't have any skill. So I want us to look at this a little bit better at this table, because I want it to be clear, right? So you can see before you can focus on my beautiful face. All right, so I think I should try to. All right, so let's see. All right, I think it's better right now, so we can yeah, let's go. So your time can worth $0 if you don't have any skill, right? But I have also noticed that people don't necessarily pay your time because of skill, that people can also pay you for, just, using your time for a thing that doesn't necessarily need a lot of skill, like cleaning your room, or cleaning the room for someone, or, making errands for them, or maybe making delivery. Those things don't necessarily need a lot of skill. You just have to do them like any woman, any normal human being can. But not everybody do so the time that way, but everybody can do that, right? So those are from selling time for skill. Now I want to first elaborate this side of the equation so that we can go to the other part of the equation. Now here we can see how much money you can make then if you have to sell your time. The amount of money you make, let's say use this as sum of the money you can make, right? We can see this clearly. The sum of money you can make equal to the time you have available times the value per time, VT, right? So let's use this formula to calculate the amount of money you can make in your life. The time you have available to sell times the value per the time unit. Each unit of your time is worth a money. You are buyable, they can buy you. Everybody is buyable at a certain point of time. You are buyable, they're buying you. So don't worry, don't cry. So the amount of money you make is limited to the time you have available and to the value that each unit of your time is worth. Let's say your time is worth $0. You are not making a shit even if you have tons of time available. And what determines the value of unity of your time is linked to the skill set that you have. The skill set that you have, why people need you, what people need you for, that determines how much valuable is your skill. Because here there is a lot of demand and supply that apply, because your time is scarce, you don't have plenty of time, and you are so valuable that a lot of people need you. That makes you rare, and that makes your time more valuable. Then people are willing to offer you bigger money just to have you offer them a services, maybe into creating a products, because someone can have an idea of a product but doesn't have the skill, have the innovative idea, have the time in himself, but doesn't have the skill. So they need you to come up here to help create the products, right? So I make sure that we see this clearly. So they need you here to come up with a skill with your time, because based on how much valuable your skill is into creating these products, you will be paid accordingly. That's how much your time will be determined. Now, that's how you make money selling your time. So after all, society is about production and consumption. So either you're producing or either you're consuming, right? So here in the product side, I think it is not time yet. Okay, it's not time. In product side, we can see there is a skill, there is time, there is innovation. But actually, how do you create product? Why don't everybody create products? So we have to elaborate a little bit about the products enigma, how and why people don't create product. Actually, what is a product? A product like this mic and this thing, you can see how it's called marker, and even the camera I'm using to record this that you can watch after. It is something. Let's call it something. A product, we can just namely call a product, right? But a product is an object, or let me just a product. Okay, let's see. A product is a solution to a problem. That's what a product is. A product is a solution to a problem, right? So we have products which is a solution to problem. Now, why do I use that definition to define a product? Well, I need to write on this. So I have a problem. How do I write on this? This is the solution. So it costs me money to buy this solution. This solution has a value. How much it costs depends on different factors that we are not going to go in now. But this as well, I want to record my voice so that it is more clearer, so that you can hear me better when you watch this video. So this solves the problem of recording my voice. I want you to see my face doing this course anytime in the future. So I need this camera. It costs money to record this session. It costs the money to buy the camera. So a product is the solution to a problem. Now, to solve a problem, you need skills, you need time, and you need an innovative idea. That is why I put these three together: skills, time, and innovation. Right? So you have the skill, you have the time, you have the innovation, you create a product, and boom, it is a product. Now, the product doesn't necessarily need to be a physical product like this marker or this mic or even the camera or even the black or the whiteboard. It can be a course like this, because what I'm trying to make you understand, it is something you have as a problem. Maybe you don't understand the complexity of how money works in our society. Then I come up with a solution to make you understand them. So what is that? That is the solution to your problem, and you are buying the solution by offering your time. Remember, time is what makes you money here in this first part of how money is made. So even though you are not paying me with money, you are paying with your time, with your attention, and with your energy. Those are the most important currencies in the world. So don't think you are getting it for free. You are paying for something in return as well, and I'm putting it into this effort, energy, and also my time in creating this product that solve your curiosity problem. So that's how a product can be. It can be a digital program, it can be a digital product, or it can be a physical product. So now it is really interesting, because here you can leverage with a product, you can leverage time, right? With a product you can leverage time to make money. So why do I mean by this? I mean, with a product, because we want also to calculate how much money we can make by creating products. So we first need to understand, why do we need products? Because if each time I want to pass this message out to someone, I have to meet everybody one-to-one. I have to talk to you, I have to talk to Sarah, I have to talk to Elizabeth, I have to talk to Mike, I have to talk to, I don't know, Jordan, I have to talk to Ethan, I have to talk to Julius, each in person. Then my time is limited. I cannot talk to these people one-to-one. I don't have so much time left in my life to make that thing. But now when I'm creating this video, I can leverage my time. Like, thousands of people can watch this video, millions of people can watch this video. So the time I'm using with the innovative idea I'm using here to create this product, with the skill, my skill of communicating, or my skill of communication with my skill of video editing, I can make this product worth and valuable for you and others people to use it at the same time, without me having to, using my time multiple times each time someone needs to look for a solution to the problem. So that's why a product is really important. That's why it's incredible to create products. Now it is the same thing with this. The process of making markers, it is also the same thing. If they have to wait, each person needs a marker to make one. No, they don't have so much time. They produce in mass, and then they market those products to the people like me who want to write on board while making a video or do anything another way. That's very simple. So that's how we do it. Now, leveraging time, I think so far I have explained it, how it means to leverage time, and product helps you do that. Product helps you store 1 unit of time into a scalable unity, that it can be scaled, not having to put in the same amount of time and skills each time something or someone is looking for that solution for that solution. So that's why it is beautiful to have products, and more beautiful to have digital and digital products like this video. So now, how much money can you make with a product? There is no limit to how much money you can make with a product. And the value of products, it is the price of unity of product, P P times the total number of demand of our products in a particular time. That's how much money you can make. So the much money you can make from a product is the price per unit of product times the number of product that you can produce, and that is demand, which is let's say products produce. So that is the much more money you can make with a product. There is no limits. Like if you can make much and there is the demand for it, then you can make as much money as you want. Now, well, we may think about it. Can someone get rich selling their time or creating products? Well, we can now from here dive a little bit deep into that, and I want to walk you through first what does it mean to be rich, because each person has a different definition of what it means to be rich. And I think so far we had it clear here, so I want to again show it clearly so that we have how money is made, which is first through selling time or creating product. And mind you, there is another way that people make money, which is through investment. You don't ever need to sell your time, you don't ever need to create product, you just buy a share, like a piece of this company that's creating products. That is another way to make money. We can make another video about it. I'm not into that much, but I'm learning about it. So that is an amazing way to make money, right? So first I want to clean this. I want to clean the board so that we can actually define what it means to be rich, and if someone can sell their time or create products to be rich. So to define what it means to be rich, first let's consider something. If you are living in a place in the world, I don't know, maybe you are living in let's say New York, or I don't know, maybe in the United States, and it costs $100,000 per year. It costs $100,000 per year to live a comfortable life. By a comfortable life, I mean to satisfy all the basic needs of survival: having a house, having a place to sleep, having a means to transportation, having a way to eat, and having the leisure you want. That's a comfortable life. It costs this much to live that kind of life. Now, this money doesn't mean anything. It is the price to life in that place. This will determine how we make our definition of what is rich and what is poor in this particular environment, because definition of rich here will not be the same with a place where the yearly price of making life, for living a comfortable life, is maybe worth, let's say, $10,000 per year. You see, there is a difference here. So here, if someone is making, let's say, even $50,000 a year, they are rich because it doesn't cost them that much to be living comfortably. And if here this person that has a cost of living to live a comfortable life of $100,000 is making $50,000, then he is poor because he cannot cover all his expenses to live a comfortable life in this place of the world. That is why we need first to be subjective about this definition and understand into what context we are defining if whether $1 million is a sign of rich for a specific person. Now, as you already know, rich means someone that has more than what it takes to live. If you are living in a place and you have more than what it takes to live, then you are rich. But if you have less than what it takes to live, then you are poor by definition, because you cannot live up to the life standard in that environment. And then we can also elaborate a little bit more about what does it mean to have the necessity of living. And I was making a video back then, some time ago, about the basics of life, and we have lived, as we have understood, we live in a culture that is a production and consumption, and people tend to forget about what is the important of life, which is survival. And I have to make another video explaining that. I don't want to dive into that in this video, but just looking how it looks, we know if you have a certain basic need which costs this much in a place, which costs, let's say, $1,000 a year, and in a place that costs $10,000 a year, the definition of rich is different in both places. The person making $1,000 a year here is way richer than the one making the same amount here, because he is break even here, because he's just equaling the basic expense of life in that place. So definition of rich is different. Now that also participates in how much money do people get paid in those different kind of environments, right? So now I want us to go a little bit deep into something else that I want to connect at the end of this video, because as I was making this video, there was something really interesting for myself that I was thinking, which was the way our mind works. And it is what I want most importantly to be the notion that everybody grabs from this video, which is the key factor that determine how someone make money, right? And I was asking a question, if we can, if whether a person can become rich making products, or if they can become rich selling their time. And we have seen people selling their time making way more money than people making products, and we have seen also people making products way more money than some people selling their time. So there is not a specific answer to that. The answer depends on what kind of specific skills that the person selling the time have, and how much the time is worth per unit of that skill, or how much the time is worth per unit according to the skill they have. So that will determine how much money they make. And according to that, according to the definition of rich that we give, we can now deduce if they are rich in the environment that they live in based on whatever they're doing, maybe selling the product or maybe selling the time. So it doesn't necessarily mean someone has to be rich by selling the time or selling products. It doesn't go it goes both ways. You can do whatever you want, as long as you're making more than you need to live in a place, then you're doing good. You can consider yourself rich, because it doesn't need to be $1 billion. It can be anything from whatever is needed in that place to survive. So now well, I was talking about the key principle that I think is the key important for mostly people that are into the category of products and also skills. Well, now we want to understand what is the basic principle of buying products. Why do people buy products? Why do people buy your time to help them use your skill to create products? Because after all, the skills are used into a product creation system. So after all, whatever you're selling, maybe product or maybe your time, not even for yourself, but someone, they're using your time to create products. So now it is to understand, because I don't want to focus on the skills here. I want to focus on the product, because we want to understand what is the key drive in the human being to buy products, and how do they buy products. And that comes to understanding psychology, human psychology. Now, we might, for example, assume that a poor person might want to buy a course on how to become rich, Well, that's turned out to not be the case. A rich person is more likely to buy a course on how to become more richer, but a poor person necessarily doesn't need to buy a course on how to become rich. And I don't mean to to disrespect certain people. And for poor, I don't mean necessarily that people are poor mentally, but monetary, right? Or maybe mentally, not necessarily monetary. So people buying products in different way come to the key factor that drive the decision, and that's what we are going to look into here. One of those key is desire, and I just name it that straight to the point because I don't want to dive into deep before getting to that point, but I want to name it first and then we can look a little bit into it. And then at the end, I don't know how to give you key tactics on how to identify those desires in people, but there are clues that helps and that psychologists and marketers have found that help individuals and businesses to be able to articulate the product in a way that give people a sense that the product is what they need to satisfy their desire. Because if you can convince anyone that your product is what they need to satisfy the desire, then they will buy it. That's why I was using the example of a poor person might not necessarily need to buy your course on how to become rich because he doesn't care. Now, let's just make a little bit step backward. Why do people want to get rich? Well, as we already seen, the definition of rich is not necessarily on how much money you have, but how much more you have than what is needed to live. That what it means to be rich, right? So why do people want to make more than what they have, what is needed? Because they want to have more of what is needed. So you need to first understand what is needed in people's life, because that is what will drive them to want to make more money. In case you want to sell a product that want to help people to make more money. So if you are selling them because you think they are poor, they won't buy your course or they won't buy your product because they don't give a fuck to be rich. They just give a fuck about making more of what they need or having more of what they want. And what they want is what they want, not what you think they want. So you better give people you better help people get what they want and get paid for it. Now, a poor person might be interested in sleeping with more women, drinking more alcohol, something like that, right? So you don't need to fight him on over whatever he wants to do. You just want to help him make money to achieve whatever he wants. That's what your product and your marketing strategy should focus on. You should focus not on the money or the status that you think he must desire, like becoming rich. He doesn't desire that. Everybody want to make money, but for what? He wants to make more money to buy whatever he desire is dictating to want. So you want to identify his desire and you want to promote your product to satisfy that desire, because at the end of the day, your product, if your course works for him, he make money, he go buy whatever he wants to buy with that money. That doesn't concern you. What concerns you is selling your product to someone who needs that course to help them solve the specific problem or the specific desire or need. That is how it works. And people using also the example of this mic and camera, what we all see already, how these things are helping me for this moment to satisfy my desire of putting my knowledge out there for the people to learn from this knowledge and maybe make more money from the business and then pay me for the knowledge they are getting from me. So that is first identifying the key drive in people's desire. Now, how do people communicate their desire? How do people tell you what they really want? That's a good question. But do people really tell you, I want to make more money to sleep with more women? Not necessarily. But there are strategies that company, the big corporation, had developed to understand people on a very deeper level that they don't understand even themselves at. So you want to be able to study those, and I will make more video about how to understand human desire at a practical level and a very deep level, so that you can support anyone with whatever they need and be able to help them get it, and they pay you for doing such amazing service to them. Don't force them to want what you think they must want, but help them to get what they want, and they will pay you for it. Now, the rich and the poor want the same thing, but at different prices. So we must educate ourselves to serve whoever is paying bigger. That's best.